Today we're going to read the story Jack and the Beanstalk, retold by Kavitha Punnuyamurthi, illustrated by Ashok, Rajagopalan. Once there was a boy named Jack who lived with his mother. They were very poor. One morning, his mother said, "Jack, take the cow to the market and sell her." On the way to the market, Jack met a funny-looking man. The man took out 5 beans from his pocket. "I'll give you these magic beans in return for your cow," he said. "Plant them at night, and by morning they will grow right up to the sky." Jack was overjoyed. He came back home and showed his mother the beans. "Oh, Jack!" cried his mother, "you have been fooled." In anger, she threw the beans out of the window. When Jack woke up the next morning, his room was half sunny and half shady. He saw something huge outside his window, blocking the sunlight. The beans had grown into a big beanstalk. It went up and up and up till it reached the sky. Jack opened his window and jumped onto the beanstalk. He climbed up the beanstalk as if it were a ladder. Jack climbed and climbed, and he climbed and he climbed, till at last he reached the sky. There he saw a huge castle. He stepped onto the clouds and walked up to the huge castle door. Inside, Jack found a big, tall woman cooking. The long climb had made Jack very, very hungry. So he said to the woman, "Will you be kind enough to give me some breakfast?" "You want breakfast, do you?" said the woman. "My husband is a giant, and if you don't run away now, he will have you for breakfast." Suddenly, the whole house began to shake. There were sounds of huge footsteps. Thump, thump, thump. "It's my husband!" cried the giant's wife. "Quick, hide!" Jack hid inside the sugar bowl. The giant sat down at the table. He picked up his fork and knife and sniffed the air. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," he cried. "What is that smell?" "Only the eggs, dear," replied his wife. No, I smell a boy. Fee, fi, fo, fum." "Nonsense, dear, it must be the cheese," said his wife, and continued cooking. After breakfast, the giant said, "Wife, bring me the hen." He put the hen on the table and said, "Lay." The hen laid a golden egg. Jack watched in surprise. Then the giant said, "Wife, bring me the harp." He put the harp on the table and said, "Sing." The harp began singing, and the giant fell asleep. Jack climbed out of the sugar bowl. He caught the hen and crept slowly out of the castle. Suddenly, the harp cried, "Master, master, wake up, wake up!" The giant woke up and saw Jack. Jack ran for his life, and the giant ran after him. With the hen under his arm, Jack started climbing down the beanstalk. The giant looked down at the ground far, far below. He was scared. With his eyes tightly shut, he climbed down slowly. Soon, Jack was close to the ground, but the giant was still up in the sky. Jack jumped down and ran into the house to get an axe. Jack quickly chopped the beanstalk. The beanstalk swayed this way and that. The giant swayed this way and that. Just as the beanstalk came crashing down, the giant caught hold of a passing cloud and climbed back up to the sky. Every day after that, the giant's hen laid a golden egg. Jack and his mother were no longer poor, and they lived happily ever after. The end.